Hey guys, it's Chris, and in this video I wanted to talk about choosing a niche or how to think about building online, building some kind of presence online. And I know that I don't have a big presence online because I've got my clients a bunch of other ways, which is not really needed to have social media to get clients. But regarding choosing a niche, so back in the day, I used to blog, right? And I was blogging a lot. And in blogging, they teach you that you have to pick one niche to be in if you want to get somewhere. And obviously, I understand that. There's a lot of advice online to build a YouTube channel around one niche. There's a lot of other perspectives as well of not choosing a niche and be nicheless in order to grow online. The problem with that is that a lot of people don't get traction from what I see when they are nicheless and they just talk about random stuff. Then there is no real reason to follow someone if you can't really pick up what you can learn from them, like the benefits. So, how I am approaching this niche thing is that for the longest time, it always felt wrong for me to just be in one niche because I have many interests. I have many solutions. I have an interest in making money online, in creating businesses, in copywriting, in web design, in AI. I have a fitness interest, right? And longevity, biohacking. There's a lot of stuff that I know, a lot of skills, a lot of talents, a lot of knowledge. So if you are someone like that as well who have struggled with being in one niche because you are more a polymath, or what's it called when you have a lot of different interests, the classic jack of all trades, that's kind of like where I'm at. So I've always struggled with having a niche, and it just felt wrong to decide on one thing. So instead of thinking about a specific niche to choose and like, oh, I'm the fitness guy, or I'm the website guy, or I'm the AI guy, I think a lot of people find that boring after a while. And what attracts me, at least, to other YouTube channels or other creators where I get back to them on a frequent basis is because there's a variety of topics where they are solving problems and talking about solutions. And here is my approach to being nicheless while still having a niche, because I've taken a lot of online courses. A lot of people talk about, creating a domain of mastery or your three content pillars or stuff like that. But when I analyzed my own life and my own interests, the thing is that you spend mostly 80% of your time doing 20% of things. This is the Pareto principle, if you have not heard about it, which states that 80% of your results comes from 20% of the action. And the same is true for your interests as well. And this might help someone to choose their niche. You probably are already doing some stuff and you are interested in some stuff most of the time. For me, it's online business. For me, it's health. Essentially, those two things. And of course, there's a bunch of sub niches in each category. Like making money online can be blogging, it can be writing copy, it can be copywriting, web design, AI, blah, blah, blah. There's just so many sub niches. But you don't need to be stuck in just like, oh, I will only talk about AI and be the AI guy, because yeah, although channels like that can be interesting in the beginning, you just get tired of that content and you go somewhere else. Instead of there being a wide spectrum of stuff that is related to it. Because you can imagine that if you want to run an online business, yeah, the business tactics matter and how you get clients matter and how you uh, become better at your skill matter. But at the same time, health is connected to it as well, because I know from experience, and I know that a lot of people who want to perhaps start a business who are still inside of a job and they are time constrained, they are energy constrained as well. They need more space in the mind and in the body, like energy and time, in order to tackle and create an online business. If you do not have that, then the online business by default will suffer. So health is connected to business. And that is the two things that I have always done. Like health has been a stable part of my life since I'm not a kid, but like since teens, right? So for me, staying in shape has been effortless. And having that part sorted translates very well into business and being disciplined and doing the stuff you need to do, and not taking negative feedback to heart and stuff like that. Everything is connected somehow. But the point here is that if you're a beginner and you're still trying to figure out a niche, like, don't sell for a specific niche, just talk about the problems and the solutions that you have dealt with related to what you like. And I can argue that most people kind of lean into a big category of things that they are interested in, that they spend 80% of their time on. And it's just like a tiny sliver. For me, it's business and health, those two things. And if you are interested in a topic or you are spending a lot of time on it, and that's the majority of the things that you do, then obviously you will probably have encountered a lot of problems during the way, and you might even have a bunch of solutions. So it just makes everything more naturally interesting to talk about the variety of solutions that you have, and just let people come to you who are interested in the same things, while interested in your solutions and dealing with the problems. I think now I don't have a big YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel with over 1,600 subscribers, but I'm starting fresh with a new one, so it's more like a personal brand. But instead of trying to think about, oh, what niche should I do? And oh, what topic should I do? Just talk about the variety of different solutions that you have, and let prospects and let viewers fit themselves to your solutions. I believe moving forward, that is what I will do, because I've spent so much time trying to define my domain of mastery and my 3 content pillars and what they shall include. But at the end of the day, it's just procrastination. It's just not doing the thing that you're supposed to do, which is just get on camera, become comfortable with talking, refining your ideas, refining your solutions on what you talk about. So the big problem I know what people struggle with when they want to perhaps choose a niche for their blog or a niche for their personal brand, or like, oh, I don't know what to talk about. I'm not good at anything, but I'm also good at a lot of things. Instead, I am going to approach this as just talking about my different solutions. And this is one of the solutions that I'm talking about: choosing the niche and having a topic for your channel, starting a fresh YouTube channel. Just talk about the different topics you're already interested in and talk about problems and solutions. For me, the solution for a niche is this: I will just talk about the variety of solutions that I have, which I have experienced, which I have done, which I've dealt with, problems that I've dealt with. And naturally, as I explore my curiosity regarding the topics that I feel about, that is my niche. That forms the niche for me. And people will get feedback or give feedback to me regarding the things I talk about, which will direct a little bit what this niche becomes. So essentially, you're just letting the environment and the feedback and people who view your stuff dictate what your niche becomes. And probably, since you are interested in a lot of stuff, you have life experience, you have dealt with problems and solutions related to the things that you are interested in, naturally that becomes like a unique niche, or at least that is my hope, because a lot of people can take my stuff, can take my skills and my talents and my solutions and use those in different ways. Like a mentor that I had, he drew the analogy that, let's say that you have a nicotine spray, right? A lot of people use a nicotine spray in a lot of different ways. Some use a nicotine spray in the mouth to relax. Others just because it looks cool. Third, because, I don't know, there might be some other reason they use the spray. So if the nicotine company would market their product as this is for you to relax, then you're missing all of the other market who want to use the nicotine spray in a different way. Maybe they just want to look cool. Maybe they want a gadget to play around with. Maybe they want to impress someone, right? There's so many different use cases that you can use a product or a talent or a skill or a service. So why just streamline the thing into one way when there's so many different ways? So that is why being nicheless is kind of pointless, because it's too spread out. Having just one niche becomes extremely boring after a while. Like, oh, the latest AI news or AI this or AI that. After a while, you tune out and you're like, oh, I don't care, you know? But if there is a variety of different solutions to different problems that you might deal with, like the place you are in life, and you're trying to get to a goal or desire, and there's a bunch of different problems and a bunch of different ways that you can solve and take the path to solve the problem, that is more interesting. And I believe that I will use this moving forward, because me talking about stuff that I'm dealing with, the solutions I have and the problems I have, and you can as well, that will form the niche for you. You're still staying authentic and true to yourself. You're speaking from experience, you're just making shit up, which a lot of people apparently are. And you just become easier to relate with. That's my hope and my goals as well. And yeah, during the years, I've made it so much harder for myself to like get going, because I've just had so many different interests. So this is my solution to doing it. We will see if it works, but from what I have observed by a lot of other different people who have channels, who have niches, who have businesses, the path where you just create your own niche based on your experience, your talent, your skill, and your knowledge is the path to go. And that is what I will be doing with this channel. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know. I'm reading the comments, even the bad ones. I don't care. So with that, see you in the next video. Bye.